Hi everyone, Mark Givler here at BuckeyeScoop.com, joined by Bill Green, Kirk Barton. Another camp day out here, about to get going in the next hour or so. Some big names here today. Richard Young, maybe the top running back in America for 2023, supposed to work out today. Shamar Stewart, we just saw posted.
Says he's in Columbus.
We'll see if we see him. O-line, D-line gets started here in the next hour. We'll see if he works out, but he's here, so that's really all that matters for Ohio State's purposes.
Right,
I don't think he needs to prove anything today.
No, for us, we want to see him work out selfishly, but for him, he's here to schmooze and get a feel for this place. I think it's going to be a really, really tough pull for Ohio State to get him out of the South, but he's here, and that's step one. And then, you've been involved in this stuff before. Getting him here is number one. Then number two, you make your impression, and you take each step until he tells you to stop.
Yeah, and with Larry Johnson, you can't ever count him out. It will be a tough pull out of the South, but him at least showing up to campus shows to be at least we're at least maybe a little bit more than a hat on the table, but it's just one of those things where he's going to be a tough pull. But I'd love to see him work out today.
Yeah, and it's an unofficial visit, so they can bring him back for an official later. So that's key, I think. Mick Walker just posted, Mick's in the Woody right now. Hero Canoe is here again for a second day. He's going to work out again with Larry Johnson. We talked about that yesterday. He said he alluded to wanting to come back and do it again, and he's going to do that. So that's going to be an interesting thing to watch today. Obviously, that shows great interest on his end. So we just got that in from Mick, and then we're going to take some questions here. I know we had some board questions. Let's see where are we at here. Okay, Josh Padilla, we got asked, do you think his performance yesterday causes the staff to move him into the we want to see some improvement territory before you can commit? Bill and Kirk, you guys
to me he would. Just me personally, I don't know. I think they really like him, and they worked with him a lot yesterday. I was disappointed that I don't think he can play guard. I think he's a center only, and I don't know that I would ever recruit a center only guy. They're so limited, but Kirk's the O-line expert, coached it, played it. So, what did you see?
I don't think yesterday was his best day. I don't know if you can change your whole evaluation based on one camp day against your news. That's what we're looking at yesterday, but. And I don't think yesterday's the kind of thing where he really shines. It's like if you have a really good, ferocious blocking tight end, and he's running 7-on-7 or 7-on-7 routes. Yesterday is probably not his best thing. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if you can change your whole eval. Yesterday wasn't his best day, but it'll be interesting because if they move him off to a Plan B guy, he's going to go elsewhere.
Yeah.
I just kind of answer. I think the spirit of the question was kind of what Ohio State thinks. I don't think they have changed.
Oh no, I don't think so either.
No,
I don't think they have.
We can sit here and talk about what we would do or whatever, but
we don't give out
I don't
scholarships.
think I don't think Ohio State has changed where they view him.
No, I don't think so either.
And I agree with Kirk in that this was not. If you wanted to maximize Joshua Padilla's skill set, the t-shirt and shorts circuit is not going to be the best setting. So I think they're still going to push for that commitment. And
I think so too. I think so too. I just thought he was shorter than I thought he would be.
Yeah,
he wasn't as long as I thought he would be, and he wasn't as good as I thought he would be. But it's one day. It's a short snapshot. His game film is going to mean a lot more. And his game film is really good. So, I would not take him. But I think when I walk out and seeing these guys, my question is, does he beat Bama for us?
Sure.
When I saw Carnell Tate yesterday, I thought, yep. When I saw the linebacker from Hawaii, I thought, not only does he help you beat Bama, he's the guy Bama beat you with. Yeah. They take them guys. So, but I didn't see that with Josh Padilla. But it was a snapshot. It was a moment in time, not the total evaluation like Kirk said.
Yeah, I think for him to kind of lose his spot, so to speak, I think the film would have to slip this fall. I think they'll continue evaluate, but I don't think, from what I've been told, nothing's changed there with him in terms of how they are going to pursue him.
Right.
So, okay, moving on. What's the general vibe you're getting from the coaching staff at these camp sessions? Are they just thrilled to be back out there, or are they super dialed in and trying to evaluate talent?
I think both. We've talked to a lot of these guys, and I think they're thrilled to be back, and I think they love these in-person evaluations rather than going film only. And, you know, there are a lot of parents out there that always talk about, oh, those camps are stupid. You don't have to go to those. And it's like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? This is the equivalent of the NFL Combine. You know what I mean? It's only shorts and T-shirts. It's not real football, but neither is that NFL Combine that they spend millions on. You know, so this is huge. And very few kids have gotten to Ohio State without an in-person evaluation. Last year might have been one of the few times that, you know, they went a whole year and couldn't see these guys in a lot of ways. So, no, this is huge, and I think the coaches are just thrilled.
Yeah, to me, it's a lot like the Senior Bowl. Like I played the Senior Bowl. It's like, because you get that competitive, the one-on-ones, which the coaches love to watch, and you actually get to see kids go good on good. Because a lot of times when they're from a smaller high school, I always think of Taylor Decker's film, and I'm watching through around guys that are, you know, 5'10", and they're going to go to Dayton and be dentists, and so you don't get to see any good on good. So it's like you get to see like Hero versus, you know, our guard. Exactly. It's like, you know, when you get to see that, that's where you get a good eval. It's better, you know, because again, like sometimes their competition doesn't match up with their ability, and you want to see if they're going to rise up or if they're going to go in their shell. But I love these camps because you get to see the kids a year later. I mean, this is almost like 2 years later, but a year later, see how they look physically, how much they developed. You know, sometimes you just look at a kid like, you know, the kids from Germany yesterday, like Theo, and I'm like, oh my god, like that kid on the hoof. Like I'm like, he's better than a lot of the kids I played with. Like I looked at the kid, I was like, I got to put some to work in the weight room, and you know, it's just good to see these kids because a lot of times, you know, like Lucas Simmons, like if someone said, yeah, he's 6'8", I'm like, you're only 6'6", then you see him, he's like, oh, he actually is 6'8". So I mean, it's the physical measurables. It's just good to match them. Plus, they can get a real height, a real weight,
a real 40 times.
A real 40 times. So you know, it's just good to get those measurables
and validation,
and get to know how much the kid likes to compete too. Because like, if he gets whipped twice by Hero Canoe, does he quit? Does he claim a hamstring, or does he get back in there and
that's why I like seeing one-on-ones, D-line, O-line, because there's no pad protection there.
No, there's no
protection. You see who's tough.
Yeah, exactly.
And who's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is it tests who the real man is out really there. You're out there in shorts and T-shirts.
In front of everybody. I mean, you got every coach, you got every recruiting guy, all the cameras going.
10 feet away.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have no help. The right guard's not helping you.
Yeah.
You don't have, you have no helmet. You don't have pads. It's just man on man, and who's the baddest dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, for the coaches, it's like kind of it's like a bobcat or something that gets like caught and released back into the wild. It's like the first registration. Everyone's, oh, this is great. It's great to be back out here. And then Tony Alford gets Treyon Webb out there, and it's just like the switch just flips, and he's screaming and yelling and coaching, and that's how Larry Johnson is too.
Until he
towards
Tony Alford has to have, he needs Tommy John surgery today.
God. I know we're not supposed to talk about injuries, but Tony Alford did something to his shoulder.
He threw one pass,
and that was it. And he like it was a worm burner too. It was not a good throw.
No. I thought JT Barrett was back. No, Scrag, I didn't mean that. That was not kind.
But it was a worm burner, and they had to call in the bullpen.
Yeah, he'll be seeing Dr. Andrews this week.
So hopefully we'll try and get a status check on him maybe for the midday update. We'll see how
he won't be throwing any balls.
We'll see how Tony's shoulder is feeling. See if we get a status update.
He had to shave left-handed today.
Yeah. Anything,
we want to see Shamar Stewart. Yeah. I mean, my God, and like I said, I don't think today is not really a quantity day in terms of a million kids but it's a quality day. Yeah. If we get to see Shamar Stewart and Richard Young, then that makes it a great day. Just watching those. Anything else is a bonus. So.
And there's a guy I want to mention here, Keith Sampson Jr., defensive tackle, Bern, North Carolina. 2023 kid. Yeah. He's got about 15 offers already. Right. Ohio State's offered him. Now, he probably needs to work with Larry Johnson this morning and kind of validate that. But this is an early guy who's got like Alabama and Ohio State. This is a big name guy. He is on campus today. We expect him to work out this morning with Larry Johnson. We'll see how that goes. But that's a guy I'm looking forward to as well. I haven't seen him.
Well, and getting back to that 2022 D-tackle class that we agree they need to really hit that class. And it makes you wonder now, did Hero Canoe's workout yesterday knock out Kenneth Grant? Kenneth Grant had that upper, and we watched Hero Canoe. We've seen Kristen Miller. Mm-hmm. I mean, is there now not room for Kenneth Grant?
Right. Yeah,
we'll see.
My thought on that is that, and I posted on our board last week. I think he's going to need some help in the form of one or two guys going elsewhere.
Yeah.
I think would be his path into the class, because right now I think Hero Canoe, Christian Miller, Chris McClellan out of Oklahoma. That's a guy they can get.
Absolutely.
That's a guy they can get, and that would be a one-tech guy. He's at 295 pounds right now, so he's going to be a 300-pounder. I think he need, it's like being the leader of the clubhouse. You posted a score, but you kind of need everybody else
and
to.
Rory McIlroy.
Then you get COVID.
Right. Oh, if you're John Ron.
But a lot of people kind of freaked out over the offer to Kenneth Grant, and we kind of assumed at the time it might have been a conditional offer or a lowercase offer, and we'll get back to you and we'll track you, and we like you. You were great today, but. Like I said, I from what I saw at Hero Canoe yesterday, no comparison.
That was really good, and I think he can play the one. He's legitimately
absolutely
295 right now.
Well, he told us he's 16 years old still.
I
mean, my God, he's got a long way to go.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna get in there and get the updates going on the board. Thanks for watching, and if you're not watching live, obviously we'll get this This will be posted up on YouTube. You guys can go in there and check it out. And like I said, go on BuckeyeScoop.com. Ask the Insiders board. We'll have stuff. All day, from little video clips to analysis and little intel things we'll pick up from talking to people at the camp. And like I said, just keep following along, and we'll keep bringing it. What do we got here?
Basketball.